Everybody, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever, and Happy New Year for everybody. This is from Brainal, and this is episode 52. I'm Jeppy Condile.
And I am Frozen GFX.
Wow. Oh my God, that was amazing.
A complete 180.
You know I'm going to have to put echo on that. I'm gonna put some echo on that. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Everybody, we've been not going through stuff. That's completely the worst thing to say right now because that's not even true. Our podcasting and posting schedule has been a little off sync as of late. So what we decided to do is we are going to combine. We actually did episode 52 last week, and right now, but the thing was we were late posting. I was late posting it. So the idea is we didn't wish you guys happy holidays in the last episode. And, I should say right now it's December 21st. So,
Yes.
Yeah, that's the idea. A lot of us are going to be kind of off for the holiday, which is nice, and won't have that much time to commit to Brainal. So that being said, it's going to be just a short holiday special with Frozen and myself. And then stay tuned after, because part 2 will pretty much be last week's full episode 52, so you guys can hear. Was it all 4 of us? No, Coffee wasn't there, right?
Yeah, Coffee wasn't there. The Coffee.
It was me, you, and Giggles. Yeah. We were talking about just some stuff from a couple weeks ago. So just stay tuned if you want. If not, take care. All right. Anyway, Frozen, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, dude. I'm doing.
Can I tell you Merry Christmas right now?
Hey, you know what, Jeps? Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, all that.
Perfect. I was just about to say that.
Festivus.
You got to.
So let's get a few things out of the way. Let's get some news out of the way. You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with it, man.
Okay, Street Fighter V. For those of you who don't know, again, because of our schedule, we will have a Brainal Backstories posted in the upcoming few days for Akuma. We're very excited for it. And there has been a little Street Fighter V news, Frozen, about rage quitters. Have you heard about this?
Ooh, you know what? No.
This is amazing. And I really wish this happened a while ago. But rage quitters, I don't know if it was in the update that came out yesterday or if it's in an upcoming update. Rage quitters will have a symbol next to their name indicating that they rage quit a lot. So it's supposedly a symbol of shame. Yeah. And from what I understand, there's all... Say it again?
I'm sorry. I said I like it.
Yeah, me too. And also, on the other side of the spectrum, people that stick through the whole match and, really play and, I guess, play more honestly, they will get a symbol as well, showing that they're pretty trustworthy when it comes to playing online, which is kind of nice. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. That should be adapted through different games.
How about, in life?
Yeah, in life.
Yeah.
Right on your forehead. Yeah!
So that's pretty cool. I have yet to try Akuma. I'm very excited. His face, his forehead just went...
It's a 5-head, dude.
All of his evilness, in his 5-head.
Yeah. He's like a camel, but with evil.
I can see. His eyebrows are going down. He has like 10 layers of eyelids. It's crazy.
I think it's just the pure fury, and his blood pressure is just rising so much. It's just creating a whole different section of forehead.
I really can't wait to try him out. But yeah, so that's that. A couple other things. Super Mario Run has been released. I've tried a few levels of it. I like it a lot. It's just something with me with hey, for the record, everyone, this is just my opinion, okay? But this is me with mobile games. I don't tend to care much for mobile games personally. So that being said, I didn't play Pokemon Go or anything, but that's just it's not for me. But from what I played, I really did enjoy it, and I could see how it can get pretty addicting, stuff like that. There have been, from what I understand, mixed reviews because of you have to be connected to some network in order to play it. Kind of like how the original Xbox One concept was,
Mm-hmm.
which is strange. Yeah. But it's a cell phone, so I guess not gonna be that big of a deal. But if you get no reception, then you can't play that game. It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it does suck. But I've seen
Yeah,
some videos online. It seems really cool.
it is.
Um,
It's very Nintendo, which I was very glad of. I was worried that it wouldn't be, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but apparently from the mixed reviews, the Nintendo stock has dropped in price a little bit, taking a little bit of a hit. Um,
Really?
yeah, because of the mixed reviews, everyone was expecting another Pokemon Go. Even though I do remember seeing a graph showing, I think it's how many days to 25 million downloads or whatever, and Super Mario Run beat the record. I think it's 4 days. It took four
Wow.
days for that to happen. Yeah, but keep in mind, again, I don't know much about Pokemon Go. Keep in mind, you don't have to pay to download it. You could try out some stuff. I have yet to pay the $9.99 because I haven't gotten to that part where I have to yet.
Right.
Um, but that's just the way it is. But that is pretty impressive. I don't think it has anything to do with the notifying capabilities of notifying me when this is available because that notification came out late the day the day was the game was released. But it is pretty impressive that that's just through iOS. I can't imagine what it would be like with when the Android version is released.
Mm-hmm.
With really expanding the audience. But we'll see. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And the last bit of information I wanted to bring up was apparently there's a new Overwatch comic. Have you heard about
Oh,
this?
no. No, no, no.
This one's interesting to a degree, but I think a lot of people are making it into something that really over exaggerating certain reactions or whatever. I don't even know. Especially, I'm not even gonna say it. So basically, it's a holiday themed comic that shows specific characters doing non Overwatch things in their personal lives, and it has been revealed that Tracer is gay. And a lot of people, actually, I don't even know, but apparently it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal. Um, apparently it's a big deal to Russia because
Oh,
Russia
yeah.
just banned that comic. But I'm not. I don't want to say anything else on it because I know a lot of Russian people and they're all cool, all cool. I'm not
Tap the
people.
mic twice if you're in danger.
The point is it's just interesting. Um, but I think it was inevitable as far as I think Blizzard's a fairly how can I say this,
Open.
socially conscious company with how they present their characters. They kind of hit everything along the spectrum of just characterizations. I don't even know what to say, but I just thought that was interesting.
Nah, I hear you. That's
Fun.
pretty cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
why such a big deal anymore about that stuff, man? Let them be who they are, right?
Yeah,
It's a game,
but see,
people.
it comes to the part where it's like I don't care,
Right. I don't care. It's a
because
game.
that's who the character is. Yeah. But that being said, that's pretty much all the news that really stood out in my mind since the last week. Yeah. So that being said, what have you been playing, man, this past week?
Man, I haven't been able to play a lot of games within the past month, actually, 'cause I've been pretty busy. But I did see that the holiday sale was going on, and really thinking about pulling the trigger and buying a few games.
I'm
Um,
curious, which ones?
Well, The Witness is in the cart right now.
Oh wow.
So I'm really thinking of doing that.
Oh my god.
Dragon Age Inquisition, and the third one was oh man, it was like four roll fantasy or four fantasy, something like that. It seemed like a side-scrolling game that was similar in graphics to Limbo, but then also kind of some gameplay from Braid. It seemed like not the same
That's not
concept,
ringing a
but just
bell.
some of the. I'm sorry.
That's not ringing a bell for me personally.
Oh, it seems like there's a male and female character, and each character has its own abilities. But for example, like the female character, you walk towards the right of the screen. If you encounter an obstacle, you can go to the left of the screen and jump off the screen, and then your male counterpart comes in on that opposite side. So it's a weird puzzle configuration thing, but anyway, it looked pretty interesting, and I was looking to do that. So those three games I may possibly have on deck. What else? Yeah, that's it, man. Destiny. I've stayed away from Street Fighter just because I've been working on that video. But once it's all said and done, which should be coming up soon, I'm gonna sit down and we'll regain our rivalry within that game.
Cool, cool. I uh Witness, man. Okay, just my 2 cents on Dragon Age Inquisition. Game's phenomenal. I think you would love that game, and that game has so much to offer that you'll be playing that for a long time. An incredible game. Have you played any of the previous Dragon Age games?
No, not a one, man.
Okay, it's not Dragon Age Inquisition. I would not say it's Dragon Age 3, as in Mass Effect 3 is to Mass Effect 1 and 2. I think they do a very good job of you introducing the universe, and it happens a little bit after Dragon Age 2 to the point where I don't think you'll be missing much. They do mention certain characters, and certain characters are in the game that are from previous games. But I don't think it's a prerequisite to play 1 and 2. And if you happen to get it, I think that'd be great. Witness, you already know how I feel about the Witness.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think what else. Destiny, I and our mutual friend Eric were very fortunate to get the icebreaker yesterday. We got to get you the icebreaker. Damn it.
Yeah, I want to break some ice.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do
Shoot.
that.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, it's just complete RNG, you know. But it took, I think, me 4 Nightfall tries to turn in 4 of those bounties to get the icebreaker. I think it took Eric 4 as well.
Oh man.
You know, and I know you pretty much main just one character, so you've only had that was your second try, right?
Yeah.
Turning
Yeah,
it on.
yeah.
Yeah, so you'd be fine. I like the Dawning so far a lot. It's a nice little addendum. I like how it has its own record book with its own little things to keep track of. Me personally, I think the racing is a fun diversion. If you get sick of one thing in Destiny, you can just do something else. It's cool. I don't think it's by any means an esport worthy racing game at all, because there's so many quirks. I'm gonna call them quirks when it comes to the Destiny engine. When it comes
fans.
to I'll say it again.
Fans. That's what I want.
The fans, yeah. Just rotating things and forklifts. You know.
Yes, and random stones that just happen to appear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Even though they're always there.
But it's fun. It's fun to get back into that. It's just cool.
It's fun.
I thought it was fun.
Coffee would disagree because today he raged. He raged hard on the Sparrow League Racing.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know if you've seen some of the texts.
No,
but,
there were so many. You talk about with Slack. There were Once I got 3 or 4 messages, I just snoozed that. I'm not going to be part of this anymore. Coffee. I'm pretty sure he will listen to this. Coffee tends to not immediately like things he's not good at right away, but when he figures them out, he ends up liking them. And Coffee has a great potential to be good at pretty much any game he plays once he figures out the system.
Right.
But he assumed, kind of like what you did with Street Fighter 4 to 5, I think he assumed his Mario Kart skills would easily translate to Destiny skills. The thing that he doesn't understand is that we've been playing Destiny for a long time. We know how the sparrows handle.
And we still crash into stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah. The point is, the sooner people realize, my secret is I treat it like Wave Racer. If people haven't realized, it's like you're on a jet ski with invisible water. And if you treat it like that, you pretty much be good to go. Not like, you're not on, you don't have rubber tires on actual track that you don't get really sharp turns and stuff like that. But I did get an S rank with that. That emblem is dope as crap.
Blim blim.
Blims. But yeah, I think Coffee, the more he plays Destiny, the more comfortable he gets with Sparrow. I think he would really start to dominate like how he does in Mario Kart. Speaking of this, one person who will never listen to this is Giggle. So I'm going to say this right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now. I bought Pokemon Sun. Okay? I am playing that right now because I heard the crap that he said, trying to... First off, my Dunsparce in X and the Y generation destroyed him. I couldn't even... Let me just... Okay, I don't even know if I told... If this has been said on the podcast yet. So, Giggles, when X and Y came out, Giggles kept talking crap to me. And the last Pokemon game I played was Red or Blue. I forgot which one I had.
Ooh,
upon release.
Old school.
Yeah. So, but he's played a few of them. Coffee really likes it. By the way, Coffee would destroy me in Pokemon. I don't know anything about the ins and outs, but what I do know is justice always prevails. And so when I was playing against Coffee, I had my Dunsparce, and I don't know if you're familiar with Dunsparce. Frozen, are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not.
It kind of looks like a worm mixed with a dung beetle a little bit. So it's it's cute. But I remember I was playing. This is the only time Giggles and I played. And I think he beat X and Y2 at the time. I haven't. I still haven't. And the first Pokemon I picked was Dunsparce. And he has this move called Rollout, where I think it's called Rollout, where he pretty much just rolls what I'm assuming is a turd onto the opposing Pokemon, but it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of like a snowball, to the point where I couldn't even stop the attack because it kept going. I didn't even know how to stop it, and I destroyed all of his Pokemon. And so he's still bitter about that. So last episode he was talking crap, and then he essentially challenged me to a rematch, even though ironically I was one who won. So I'm just saying it right now. I did buy Pokemon Sun. I'm going to but I'm going to try this time. I'm going to level the crap out of my Dunsparce, and I'm going to destroy him. I'm going to destroy Giggles, because you know what? It's worth it.
You heard it here first.
I mean, the effort to work ratio is so high. No, sorry. The effort to payoff is so low. That ratio is so low that I could pretty much just go in right now with my starter Pokemon, which is Rowlet, and just destroy him. Giggles, I'm going to destroy you. And it's going to be so great. It's going to be
juicy.
And I think we're going to record it for a podcast, too.
Nice. But don't tell him.
No.
And then
everyone else
on the
who's
sneak.
listening is going to know.
Yeah, and then record it on the sneak, and then post it up, and we'll all shame him publicly.
No, I'm not going to record it on the sneak. No. I'm gonna give him a 1 week heads up. I'm gonna give him a 1 week heads up. You better get your crap together.
Meet him in the playground by the monkey bars.
And then we're gonna record this, and then we're gonna hear his cries, and you listeners, will be able to taste his tears through your ears. This would be great. But actually, I'm in the tutorial section of it because I just got it yesterday. It's really good. I like it a lot more than Pokemon X. I initially got the game just out, again, for justice, but then I started to realize they actually did really well. updating this, making this more accessible. Because again, I'm not a Pokemon expert at all. But oh, I have also. Oh my God, Frozen. I have finally played this Telltale series game called A Wolf Within or The Wolf Within Us. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh yes.
Okay, is the wolf? Okay, I'm getting
So
werewolves
you
within
find
confusing the wolf.
yeah
The Wolf Among Us. That's what it's
Among
called.
Us,
The Wolf
yeah.
Among
So
Us.
you
Yeah.
finally grew some balls.
No, it's not that. It's
Oh,
not that.
it's different.
No, Werewolves Within is the one I did not. I don't have balls for.
Ah, okay.
The Wolf Among Us is based off a comic series called Fables, and it's where this is an old game, by the way. A few years ago, it came out where characters from Fables have a new life. It's very, very gritty. They live in New York, but it gets pretty messed up, and it's essentially whodunit, in a noir fashion type of game or story. And man, I played it all in one day. I didn't plan on that, and it was just so incredible that there were so many twists and turns. I got so excited. That game is phenomenal for anyone who has not played A Wolf Among Us or The Wolf Among Us. You gotta, if you ever get the chance to play it, it's definitely worth it. Do not play with kids. Do not play with kids. But there were a lot of nods to Twin Peaks that I really liked, and great character development. It's just really good stuff, and the ending left me in such a way that I want to replay it again. Because I beat Batman, and I wanted to play that. Telltale, I love their games. I'm gonna wait to play season 3 of Walking Dead, probably in a few weeks. But
Nice, man. I gotta check that out.
yeah, it's dope. You know what you should check out though? For any of you, you have to look out for it because I've seen this on the PS4 and Xbox One. There's it's a stupid huge Telltale game series bundle where it has, I think, maybe all their games. I think they have Walking Dead season 1, 2, The Wolf Among Us, I think Tales from Borderlands, and I think Minecraft Story Mode. I think at least those. Normally that's over $100, but they'll have it occasionally on sale for 20 something bucks, and I think that's a very good
Wow,
deal.
that's great.
Yeah. Oh God, that game's awesome. But either way, that's pretty much where I'm at now. Oh no, Coffee got me for Christmas. Thanks a lot, Coffee. I appreciate it. He got me Odin Sphere.
He was talking about that a while ago.
Yeah, I actually had it for the original PS2, but I barely played it, and so now he got it for me in the Vita. And he was very thoughtful because he knew I was going to be out of town for a little bit, so he wanted me to play it on the go, which is really nice.
Nice.
And, yeah, I started playing it. It's really cool so far. Really awesome. I actually like it more than Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown is more of a beat 'em up, kind of in the vein of Golden Axe to an extent. This one's more of a combo-based 2D side-scroller. Like, it feels a little bit like Marvel's Capcom, too, which is cool. But, I mean, outside of that, that's pretty much all I've been playing. But
Gotcha.
it's good stuff.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Just so I know, is there a question of the week? If not, it's okay.
Question of the week. You know what? I'm going to make one up on the spot.
Let's do it.
What kind of gamer do you think Santa would be?
Wow. On the spot like that?
Do you think he is a laid-back type of puzzle RPG player, or do you think he spends the rest of the year in stress mode and just goes all out on first-person shooters, just imagining him taking out all the naughty children on Earth?
You know, I'm willing to bet. Okay, Santa.
Yeah. Break it down.
I think Santa would play. He would have to have his pulse on the kids, as far as what kids like. So I would imagine he would play a combination of Minecraft, even though I think the elves would do that more or less. But Minecraft with Call of Duty. What else is very popular? Like
With the
stupid
kids?
popular.
With the kids?
Or just in general, it was video games.
Do you think he's on Destiny?
Destiny. Yes.
He's a
Destiny.
Titan. You know he's a Titan on Destiny.
Probably. I think he would play as many multiplayer games as possible so he could do research on who's naughty and who's nice.
Oh, I
And
see
he
what you're
finds
saying.
out who the a-holes are,
Yeah.
lumps of coal. And when
Lumps
he
of coal.
finds out who the great nice people are, like me and you, get awesome gifts. I
Nice.
think that way he can have fun, but also, keep track of what's going on and stuff like that. I don't know if he would play one-player games, honestly.
I think he might be a beast on Street Fighter. I think
Who would his character be?
that's a good question. Zangief all the way. He's a geef. Geefy geef.
No, that's too obvious. Let's see.
You know what?
That'd be hilarious if he was Akuma. It's like finally.
No. Maybe he's a Chun-Li player. Maybe Chun-Li. Maybe the thighs is what gets him.
Chun.
The Chun-Chuns. Reminiscent of the
I
days in which Mrs. Claus had that figure.
What do you think he would play?
Oh, man. I like the idea of him just playing Call of Duty and CSGO. Just
CS:GO.
killing everybody. But no, I think maybe he plays like those type of tower defense type games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to defend. He envisions the North Pole is about to be attacked by, I don't know, the South Pole. I don't know. Because they probably.
Oh yeah, and the whole Earth would not see it because they're in between.
Hey, you don't know. There could
Oh my
be.
God,
there
that
could
is
be a path.
hilarious.
There could be an underground path that connects North and South Pole. We don't know.
That's
We don't
true.
know, okay.
A
Epic
war
battles are going
in the
down in
core.
there. Penguins are dying. Polar bears
Oh
are
my
sacrificing themselves for each other.
So many corpses in the mantle.
Tell me,
of the Earth.
they're causing global warming. The heat of the battle inside the Earth is coming out and melting and changing the weather. Man,
You think Santa is fighting global warming?
I think he's fighting global warming, and I
Oh
think
my
he's
Lord, that is
sacrificing
hilarious.
elves for its cause, and he may be struggling. I don't know. I'm way off base right now.
That's amazing.
Just think of penguins with backpacks of ammo and raging. Yeah. Anyway.
I could see that. So pretty much, we're talking about we went from what he would play to just what's actually happening.
What's actually happening in the world
Yeah.
right now? Yeah.
But the South Pole, North Pole, the Pole War.
Yeah.
The Pole War is takes a break on Christmas Day.
Exactly. The north side penguins and the south side polar bears.
That's crazy. Holy crap.
Oh,
That's
man.
amazing. Oh, that took a dark turn very quickly. Yeah. For question of the week, that was just thought of on the spot. That was a really good one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, so everyone, again, stay tuned if you want to hear what we recorded last week. I think it was a pretty beefy episode from what I remember. But until then, because we're not going to say it because we didn't say it last week, we want everyone to have a safe holiday. Happy New Year. We'll see everyone in 2017. No more Nintendo calendar. Dang.
Oh, man.
I'll have to get a new calendar somehow. But either way, everyone, take care and see you next year. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Brainal Podcast. This is episode 52. It is December 14, 2016. I am Jeppy Condyle.
I am frozen. Don't you laugh. I am pros in
Joker,
GFX.
The Jokers.
Mr. Giggles.
Could you imagine if in the Batman universe, instead of calling himself the Joker, he called himself Mr. Giggles?
I wouldn't accept that because that would make you Batman because you're my arch nemesis.
Very good.
How is
Very
that different
good.
from real life, though? As
No,
far as our
straight up
nemesis-
though, this is real life. No, straight up. Every time Giggles and I hang out, I dress like Batman. He dresses like a clown.
It's the ending of the Killing Joke all the time.
The lore that
lore.
is between Giggles and I goes so far back. I know he will be the last thing I see before I die. His face.
Oh,
And vice versa.
I'll see you in hell.
How you guys doing?
doing good, man. How are you?
Doing all right.
Cool. Doing pretty good. I wanted to talk about, for the record, I still have not, I've been super busy lately, but I'm not busy now, starting now. and I've yet to edit last week's podcast, and I know I should just delete it. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. This is future Jeppy apologizing for people in the past that have listened to episode 51. Not on, I'm willing to bet Coffee nailed it. Giggles probably screwed it all up.
You
So
know, it's going to be like 3 years from now, we're going to release like the Lost podcast. That's going to be the first one.
Well, you know, we do have a Lost podcast. You remember that?
Yeah, don't we have like a couple that we recorded?
Yeah, I think so. We have episode 0, which is, I remember that was our first attempt at a podcast. I forgot why we didn't do it.
I don't remember.
Either way. Are you done shuffling cards there?
Yeah, I'm done. Sorry.
Okay.
Plain old maid.
You are the Joker. Okay. All right. So what have you guys been playing?
Sorry, I'm choking.
Oh my god.
Good.
I haven't played anything new actually in the past couple of weeks. I've been focusing on some other things, and it's just the same old run-of-the-mill games that I've been playing.
We can talk about what we did last night. Wait. Came out wrong. We will eventually talk about what we played last night on PlayStation 4 over the internet.
The dawn.
We'll get there. What about you, Giggles?
I've just been playing Final Fantasy 15.
I don't blame you.
Still pretty hooked on that. I did sign on to Destiny so that I could start the Dawning event.
Gotcha. Yeah, where were you last night, man?
Yeah, what up with that?
Froze and I are having so much fun. Just two men having fun.
I got on, and
Coffee-
you guys were already
Coffee
in
was
the
there.
Spiro racing, and I didn't want to bother you. And it was
Well, we were
already
still
like,
racing to kill time until you came.
oh really? 'Cause
Exactly
I
what we
got
were
on,
doing.
Couldn't
like,
do any of the other things because we're saying Giggle's gonna be on soon. Let's just wait. Let's just race in the meantime.
So are you saying that I gave you false hope?
You have never
He
given
doesn't
me
want
real
to
hope.
answer that question. He doesn't want to answer that question. That makes me so happy that he was so disappointed. Frozen, I'm sorry.
I want it on
Wow.
record, okay, that I gave him a chance, people.
I
try. Just like Batman gave Joker a chance in the Killing Joke, okay? I'm trying to level with him,
It's not happening.
um,
It's
and
not
he just
happening.
this guy just laughs.
I didn't
True
get
to his
on,
name.
unfortunately, until late, so I didn't even try any of the Sparrow racing.
Yeah, you didn't try. You didn't try.
I just accepted the quest, and I did the first part to get present.
Wait, you just told us that you saw us Sparrow racing, but you didn't want to bother us, and then you said
I wish we
you
had said
arrived there
bother.
late. So which is it?
I arrived late online, and you guys were already Sparrow racing, so I figured you guys had already done it. So I just
Is
did
it
the
wrong that I'm
first
picturing Giggles on a witness stand next to a judge in a courtroom?
Objection!
in a Joker costume.
Oh,
But yeah.
anyway, I today have tried to play one of the most intimidating, nerve-wracking video games I have ever played in my life, and it is Werewolves Within. So, do you guys know what Werewolves Within is?
No, I do.
Okay, so it's a cross-platform VR game developed by Ubisoft, and it's based off of, I think, loosely the card game Mafia, and I think it's just called Werewolves. Um, but basically, in this town, that's kind of like an old school medieval village or whatever. There are werewolves out and about, and I guess, are killing people. So the village people, no, the townsfolk meet in the middle of the village around a fire, sitting in a circle, and they essentially interrogate each other. And you have to figure out who the werewolves are and who's not the werewolf. And if so, basically, you are drawn a card, you're given a role, and you have to play that role in order to score or to win. So if you're a werewolf, you kind of have to hide the fact that you're a werewolf, and if you're not a werewolf, you have to find out who they are. And there's a whole bunch of different roles and stuff like that. The thing is, you can't practice. So I booted up, I watched the tutorial video, I study up on all the roles, and then once I got into and it's only multiplayer, so you can only play with other people online. And once I did a quick match, they put me in with a match that was already going on, and I guess I was queued up to be in the next one. and and these people they're not arguing, but like one person he's standing up and he's pointing at another guy, like talking a lot of crap to him, and other people are like, there's a lot of drama going on, right? And I don't know if these people know each other or not, and I'm just sitting here watching this. And then they find out who the werewolf is, and it turns out the guy who was accusing was a werewolf, and everybody lost or whatever. And then it puts me in, and then I'm sitting with them, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Jeppy Condyle, how's it going?" And then I just backed out. I couldn't. I was too nervous.
You were in the lion's den, man.
Yeah, because there's a lot of everyone knew their roles and stuff, and I was so intimidated at first because because I was gonna be that guy, that new guy, and I felt like I was either gonna hold people back and or whatever. But the thing is, you if you are not, but the irony is, I am very comfortable speaking in public. If I'm in front of people, actual people, I could do it. There in that virtual
In
world,
the virtual
no.
world.
with strangers, no. It's it's crazy because the characters make eye contact with each other. You can whisper someone to someone next to you, and only you guys can hear each other. But it's all about deception and deduction and public speaking. Because if you stand up, everyone else goes quiet, and everyone has to hear you. You have to plead your case, and then you have to say who you think it is. Crazy, and yeah.
And this is
and
a
then
VR game?
yeah, cross-platform between PSVR, Oculus Rift, and HTC Vive.
So how does that work though? If you're not like, because if you're all in different areas, how does it, like? So you just stand there. You're just standing there.
Well, where you sit is so you pretty much sit at a seat around campfire. So you can't really walk around or anything. So the game knows who's to your right, who's to your left. You can only whisper to people to your right and left. And basically, when you look at someone, the game figures out who you're talking to, and then your avatar will make eye contact with theirs. And it's very stylized in a very cartoony way. Um, and you can have gestures and stuff. And the cool thing is, there's a built-in microphone in at least the PSVR. I'm assuming the other headsets have them too. And the game does a pretty good job of when you talk, your character's mouth moves at the same time, and it really feels pretty organic that these people are real characters. But the thing is, what kind of breaks immersion for me sometimes is when there's a female character with a man's voice. You know, unless this is all in Transylvania, then I'm okay with that. But
So let me ask you this:
I'm gonna cut that joke out.
how did you feel backing out of that game? Were you disappointed with yourself? Were you scared? Were you?
I felt like like a mouse that has just escaped a cat. And
Did you disappoint yourself?
no, I'm gonna go back in. It was just I realized I had to do I realized I had to do more research on the roles. The thing was
You weren't ready.
they didn't. Yeah, because you can't practice. Is the thing, and they think that they thought my mic was busted, but I just couldn't talk. I was speechless. I was
You're
like,
frozen in fear, man.
yeah. Oh, but
But
I was shocked because I didn't know how many. The game came out last week, and I didn't know how many people would really be into it. And but immediately I found people and people. I feel like these people have been playing this game for years, and I've stumbled upon this. But the messed up thing is, in order to get good at this game, you just have to either be a better deducer or a better liar. And so it teaches you how to manipulate people, which is crazy. And but I think that's pretty interesting. But yeah, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check. You know what? I'll try to capture some footage of my first actual game, and I'll put it on YouTube. But the only thing I'm afraid of is other people's screen names would be on, and
Right, he was
the
just
one I
playing a
wanted to use
character.
a lot of f bombs and stuff. But the funny thing is, the guy who was
That's
really
cool.
mad, he was just trying to take suspicion off of him, and he was the werewolf. Yeah, right. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So, yeah, I've never played a video game like that before. I've never even going into a raid for the first time with LFG and Destiny is not that nerve wracking as that was. So
that seems like it'd be really fun to play with all of us.
yeah,
You know?
But with strangers,
That-
I don't want them to know me. Like, look into my soul. I feel like they're gonna make me cry in that game.
It's like your first experience ever when you play an online game and you like introduce yourself. Hi,
I was
everybody.
about to say, my name is
GFX.
yes. But yeah. So I tried. Well, I attempted to try that today, and then I played today a little bit before I hopped on here. Finally dove into The Last Guardian. I played the first half hour, and I was really blown away. I was very blown away with that opening sequence. I hope the rest of the game is just as awesome. I really don't know. I haven't read any reviews or anything, but based off of its intro, it feels like it's from the same pedigree as Shadow of the Colossus and Eco, and I was very, very amazed. And I realized between giggles.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. One of the most impressive things of Final Fantasy 15 is the hair physics. Am I right?
I don't know if I thought about it in that way.
Look, if any of you play Final Fantasy 15, you guys know what I'm talking about. It feels like there is actual air in that environment because of the way the hair flows. It's amazing.
They do a very good job of the minor details of character.
Yeah, and I feel like The Last Guardian has the best feather physics I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing. It's amazing how. One thing I was worried about was that it would, because I guess it technically started development in PlayStation 3 era. It would feel or at least look like a PlayStation 3 game, but it does not look like that at all. It looks amazing. I've been playing a little bit more of the Final Fantasy 15, Destiny, and the Battlefront X-Wing VR mission is really cool too. But outside of that, I've been pretty busy. But glad to on Thumper. Playing a lot of Thumper. But that's pretty much where I'm at now.
Cool.
Thumper. So I don't have too much news to get into, mainly because I don't really know what you guys got into last week. Again, I apologize about that. I'm assuming it was no news. But let's get into some stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is this Universal Super Nintendo World. You guys see that?
No, I haven't.
Frozen, you
Super-
see the...
Was
Nintendo
this
World?
announced today?
Yeah. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay, because I'm a bit behind. I was busy today, so I haven't looked up anything on the news.
Well, no, well, I mean, for Universal Studios, Frozen and I a couple weeks ago talked about that. But Nintendo or Universal, one of the two, officially announced the name of their section of the theme park, so it's going to be called Universal Super Nintendo World. And there is kind of concept art for it, and there's one. It looks like Bowser's Castle's there, which I'm assuming is going to be a roller coaster. I hope. And they have one where it's like a Super Mario 3D World with the cube grass place, and it looks pretty cool. But that's all I've seen of it, and they're hoping that it will be ready before the Japan Olympics in 2020. But man, Nintendo's going all out.
Seems like they're
That's
really
great, dude.
diversifying themselves this past year between the mobile, between this, and they're just really diversifying themselves in their outreach.
Yeah. Frozen, what were you say?
No, I was going to say that I really like that a lot. And to Giggle's point, I think that's great that they're branching out to different revenue streams, and getting more integrated with just kind of today's technology, and also with this, amusement park thing. I think that's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I really would not be surprised if they actually went through with a Legend of Zelda TV show or something, or new Mario shows or whatever.
Movie.
The tomorrow the Super Mario Run comes out. I think I might pick it up. Strictly to support Nintendo. I heard you have to have a network connection to play it.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Disappointed there, Gigs?
I'm not. I'm kind of. I flipped out a few weeks ago when I found out about Nintendo Switch, and then ever since then I've become more skeptical by the day. So
I'm having the opposite. Remember, I was pretty skeptical to begin with. But the fact that you are getting more skeptical makes me feel more confident that they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, it's the right choice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Supposedly, it's to prevent piracy. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be an issue or not. But we'll see. Either way. Are any of you gonna pick it up, or you could try it out before you buy it? I think you could try out a couple levels or something.
Well, it's only coming out for iOS right now, right?
Yeah, but you have an iPad, don't you?
I do, but I don't want to use it for gaming. But I may just have to then.
nah.
Well, they
I will not be
haven't
sad.
announced when it's coming out on Android, but I know it is coming out on Android, right?
It better.
No,
Nintendo.
I'm pretty sure it is, and I'm gonna guess in a month or two or something. But yeah, I think that's stupid for it to, unless it's a logistic issue. But I'm pretty sure Apple paid them a lot of money for this exclusivity window. I think it's stupid for that exclusivity at all.
Word.
I just think if Nintendo's trying to really get their IPs out there, I think it should just be iOS and Android right off the bat, but whatever. Yeah.
All right, look, this is completely off of Nintendo and anything home console related. I'm going to talk about briefly PC gaming in general. A few podcasts ago, I talked about a new architecture coming out for AMD. the people that make processors and graphics cards for desktop uh, computers and also mobile devices and even support Xbox One graphics. December 13th, just yesterday, they announced a new processor line called Ryzen. It was going by Zen for a few months as rumors were coming of what this new thing can do, but it's now officially called Ryzen. It's going to be taking on Intel's competitor, which is a Core i7 6900K. Just to give you an example, that is their flagship processor for Intel. Uh, Suggested retail price is of about $1,100. So it's very, very high end. AMD, with their Ryzen announcement, has pretty much matched in specs, processing cores and threads, and even their base frequency, edging out a little bit over at 3.4 gigahertz rather than 3.2 from Intel. No word on the price yet, but historically, AMD has always been for the budget PC enthusiast. So I'll make a prediction and say it probably weigh in around the $300 to $400 range, which is going to be amazing to save money and get the amount of performance that you would versus that $1,100 processor. No word on exactly when it's going to come out, but it is going to be centered on gaming. Lots of VR talk, lots of new architecture coming out for graphics cards with AMD and their Radeon brand. I can't wait to hear what the prices are and when it's going to come out. So just wanted to update you on that. And there you have it.
Cool, we appreciate it.
Yeah, that's
Remember, I'm completely out of touch with that stuff.
Oh, they also mentioned that they are heavily integrated with the Xbox Scorpio project. So we're going to see AMD's presence in there, providing their next gen capabilities, which I thought was amazing.
Gotcha. Cool. Um, Xbox One, speaking of which, is doing something pretty cool. Or Microsoft actually, they have just made the first the BioShock games backwards compatible for the Xbox One. And I
Nice.
think they just approached 300 or 299 with that. And what they're doing, which is cool, is they are offering a game that's backwards compatible for free for anyone until December 31st. And that game, which is a game I've always wanted to play, is Lost Odyssey. And have you ever played that?
I did actually play that. I had, I think it was like 4 discs or something on the
Yeah.
Xbox back in the day.
I remember seeing the trailer for that, and that was the first time I saw an RPG, a JRPG, look very cinematic. It looked amazing. So for those of you who have an Xbox Live account, I would definitely pick it up. It is free until December 31st.
that's cool.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to do that.
Nice.
Call of Duty this past Tuesday, which was yesterday, they released 6 more multiplayer maps. Okay, so Frozen. I don't. Have you played Modern Warfare, Giggles?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say the name of
Down the
a
Switch?
map. Huh?
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's hope the Switch can run an 8-year-old game or whatever. Like, I'm gonna say a name of a map and tell me if you guys remember the map. Okay, Pipeline.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that map.
Okay, kind of not going the way that. Can you describe it? Please don't tell me pipes.
It was I remember the field. It was rainy. And I think it had a good position for a sniper in an alleyway. Not an alleyway. It was almost like a street. I mean, oh my god, it was my brother's favorite map. That's why I know the name and I remember the map because he used to snipe on it all the time.
I don't remember. Frozen, do you remember that it raining over there?
Raining?
It might not have been
No.
raining, but it was dark. It wasn't it. Wasn't it Russia? It was like in Russia.
Wasn't the subway, not the subway, there was a train There were,
Yeah,
I
train
remember
tracks. And there
rooftops,
was
Right.
sniping from the
there were,
rooftops.
yeah,
It's
there were
kind of a
two
silo.
buildings right next to each
Yeah,
other.
that's what
Yeah,
it was.
two
It
long
wasn't an
buildings.
alleyway. It was a train. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Countdown.
That I don't remember.
Countdown. Was that the? Oh, was that the missile silo place?
Yeah, it's a missile
Yeah,
silo
I
one.
do
That's
remember
exactly
that. That's
right.
cool.
Cool. Strike.
Yeah, it doesn't ring any
I don't
bells.
think I remember that one.
Strike
Was
was
it-
it was in a little town where there was a section of it where there was a statue of someone. I remember. Um, that's all I can say.
Oh, is that the one in the Middle East?
Oh,
Is that one?
yeah. Yes. Let's just say yes.
You might as well. Was that in Call of Duty?
Well, no, that was unfair of me because some of them are in Russia.
Is
Yeah.
that the one with the down helicopter? And the
That one is crashed. That one's already out. Unless there's another down helicopter here. No, but this one had in one. It was not centrally located. Towards a corner of the map, there was a courtyard with kind of almost Greek style ruined pillars around, I think, or columns. And it looked pretty nice. And in the middle there was a big statue of the equivalent of whoever ran that town would be. I don't know.
Stalin.
There's that. Let's see. Showdown.
Showdown.
Rings a bell, but I can't remember the map.
Showdown. No, I don't remember that.
This one was the one where, granted, I probably would not remember a lot of these either way, but I saw the trailer. So, Showdown is the one that. Do you guys remember how the campaign started off? Where you, like someone gets. Oh yeah, you're in the car, and then that guy shoots you.
Oh, they drag you into like that
execution style?
palace looking. Not a palace. It's like a compound.
Yeah, right. That compound, that palace compound, whatever, is where Showdown is, or it's a place just like that. Has 2 stories. It's like a square building, almost like a palace / fortress. Yeah. Okay, wet work.
I remember what work. I don't know.
Snipe work.
Something about that. That's what it is. I think that's why I remember that one.
What? You don't even know what you're talking about. You were
You
trying to
have,
get on
you
an
have
inside
no
joke that's older
reference
than
to
your
that
mom.
remark.
No,
You know
I'm
nothing.
Saying, I think. Oh my god.
Corner.
Why is it called snipe work?
No, I said I remember wet work.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, way to pay attention to both of you. Oh, cornered. Objection.
Skyrim. Switch.
It's got. Oh, giggles. This is great. Okay, wet work is on the ship with all the containers. Nighttime. It's the only one where you really use night vision goggles, and sniping all over the place. And this one, block. Frozen, I'm let you take that one. You remember block? You remember it?
No, I don't know that at all.
Giggles, just so you know, block
Don't you-
is the site of the original fail.
Don't you ever speak of that.
Everyone, gather around. Okay. Nice little holiday story.
No.
Make sure you get some roasted marshmallows. Okay, get some hot cocoa. Frozen myself playing block, search and destroy. And in this game mode, you do not respawn at all. And if you die, everyone on your team gets to watch you or sorry, if you live, and if you die, you can watch other people that are still living. So I'm going to try to get this as accurately as possible, but I'm pretty sure this is burned into my memory because I relive it every day. Basically, we had to defuse, okay? The opposing team planted a bomb. We had to defuse. And based off of the the hubris of one Frozen GFX. He must have been the only one alive. He must have been, because there was no fear in this man. This is what happened. He's the only one alive. They already planted the bomb. Everyone else is dead, myself included. And we're watching him. And so all he had to do was defuse the bomb. And I forgot how much time it takes, a few seconds to defuse the bomb. This guy is watching. And meanwhile, if he's the only one alive, everyone else is watching him. He's defusing it, and he decides to spin. And just kind of flaunt the fact that he's defusing it, just getting it ready for everybody, and winning it for the team. And he could have been the hero, but either, I don't know what happened, but as he was spinning, and there wasn't much time left, but there was enough time to defuse the bomb once. The defuse button, I guess his defuse finger on the button just slipped because he was spinning. And then he had to restart over. And then the thing exploded and the other team won. And this is the reason why Frozen will never know the map block. Because he blocked that from his memory.
So these are all lies.
But at least everyone knows the tale
these
of Frozen's
are all
block.
Lies.
You were so lucky there was no capture device back then.
They should rename that map Frozen's Block.
I'm going to try and
watch yourself.
I'm going to try and reenact it with Modern Warfare. That'd be great. But yeah. So those are coming out free charge. They're also bringing female soldiers, which is pretty cool. And they're introducing the equivalent to a loot box. I forgot what they're called.
Supply cache?
A supply drop. That's what they're called in Call of Duty. Yeah. So they're bringing
Care
that
package.
to Modern Warfare, which is pretty interesting.
That wasn't in any
Did you
of
say
the...
pregnant tigers?
I said care package, as opposed to the other thing that we.
No, not care packages. Not the ones you could pull. During the map. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize you were being facetious. Were you saying giggles?
No, you're saying like they have in the other Call of Duties, right? Like that they've had recently, where you can get random items and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Cool. And that's pretty much all I had as far as news. Anything else?
I got nothing else.
Quiet over here.
As it should be.
I was just talking to Frozen. Why are
I'm
you
sorry.
here? I don't even know.
What were we talking about? Block? What was that?
Oh, Frozen, I'm
man.
so sorry.
Oh man,
I'm so sorry.
you
Oh my God.
better not
Who
ever meet
are
me
you
in
more mad at
person.
right now? Him for telling that story, or for me for now re-bringing it up?
It's got to be himself. Because if you saw what happened, I'd be mad at myself for years. There's no statute of limitations on that. That's going to be etched to our minds till we die, and then some. And trust me, I've failed many times too, but not like that.
Don't even try to redeem yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to explain to everybody how bad it was.
I don't think that helps.
And the thing was, he didn't even hear what I was hearing, which was what the lobby chat. Thank God he didn't.
Oh,
hear.
I heard it afterwards.
Oh my God!
As soon as I died, I heard everybody in the lobby. Oh my God!
Did they kick you out?
No,
Okay,
nobody.
you clearly
kicked me
never
out.
played Call of Duty before. Either way.
Oh man.
So yeah, Frozen, I know you weren't too sure if you're going to be able to make it today, but were you able to come up with the question of the week or anything?
Yeah, I do.
Cool.
I have one. But I'm going to give credit to a poster on Reddit who asked this question. Oh, man, I don't have the names. My apologies. I looked in my notes, and it's not even there. So
Man, block
I'll try to find...
one failure after another today.
Giggles. You understand that I respected you before. We never met in person. but you and I are enemies today and forever. I now understand the turmoil Jeppy has gone through.
If I'm Batman, you just met Superman right there.
This is not going to end well for you. So anyway, all right. So you wake up and you're transported back in time and find yourself in the past. You're 12 years old. In order for you to get back into your current timeline and for both of you to survive this almost catastrophic meeting of the past and the future, you got to play each other in a game that existed in that time against your 12-year-old self, and you have to beat your 12-year-old self in that game. What game do you play?
Let me think. That was around the Super Nintendo era, right? 16-bit era.
Yep. For you, yeah. For me
The
as
thing
well.
is, I'm pretty sure my 12-year-old version is better games than I am right now.
Yeah, that's the rub, right? We were so much better back then.
12 years old, I would probably go with. Does it have to be a competitive game, or can it be just a better score on something?
It could be a better score on something. It could be a fighting game, anything like that.
Okay, I think what comes to mind right now, and sorry, does my 12-year-old version, should they have already played that game before?
Oh, yes. It's a game that they currently have in that time.
Okay. Oh, then I think the best thing for me to say is, I think The Legend of Zelda 2, or Zelda 2 Link's Adventure, because I just played that now, and I learned how to do so many things that no man should ever know how to do. Let me put it this way: I have a certain set of skills now that that if I ever I'll be able to do.
All right, Liam Nielsen.
There's no way my 12-year-old version had a brain that could comprehend that. So I'm gonna say Zelda 2.
Nice.
All right, is it my turn?
Yes.
This was pretty easy. Super Smash Brothers. Hands down.
Which one? The N64 one?
Yeah, the N64. I was 12.
I'm just seeing Link's just up being. That's all they're doing. It's
No,
a
but
crap
that's why I would win, because I use the A button now too.
I'm glad you said this, because you just admitted that the strategy you had before is inferior to you knowing another button.
Yeah, that's why you're horrible and I beat you, because I know how to use two buttons and you're just bad.
Again, the logic, people. You understand? Frozen, you understand what I deal with now, right?
Oh,
He doesn't
definitely
even
understand
realize how he contradicts himself. Whatever feels right to him. He's a creature of comfort and habit and no logic. In fact, I think he did the opposite. I think his 12-year-old version time traveled to today, because I feel like I'm talking against a 12-year-old version. It would explain a lot, actually.
It's okay.
Just like a 12-year-old would say.
Yeah.
What about you, Frozen?
For me, I think it would be getting the highest score on the completion of Star Fox.
Yeah, I would imagine. But you were really really into it back in the day, but not like
Yeah,
score
but,
tag levels.
yeah, exactly. And I think I would have blown my 12-year-old mind as far as all the tricks that I've learned since then. So, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I think any other game I would lose. What I wish I could do is time travel back to 12-year-old Giggles and just teach him a few things. I mean, clearly, like, certain things just weren't explained to him.
Oh man.
But it's okay. First off, the first thing I would teach him is, the whole assume saying. When you assume, I don't know who taught you when you assume you're right, because that's not how the saying goes.
It's clearly not how it happens.
Yeah.
And you disappointed yourself with your assumptions.
And we could teach Frozen the famous saying, "Pride cometh before a fall."
Ooh. Yeah, you hold on. Have you guys seen Batman vs Superman?
Yeah.
Have you Frozen?
No.
Oh man. Okay. Well, all right. Giggles. Remember when Batman, when Bruce Wayne in the Batcave sees a Flash?
Yeah.
I would imagine Giggles, his 12-year-old version. Or sorry, Frozen, your 12-year-old version. Somehow in the future, you invent time travel, and the first thing you would do is go back to your 12-year-old like, Modern Warfare, block. All cryptic, don't spin, don't spin, man. And then it goes away. Oh man,
It's all so funny.
it is. It is hilarious because it makes sense if you've seen the movie.
Giggles, you're dead to me. You're dead. To me, you're dead.
Oh my god. Oh.
Good question.
Thank you.
Question. Well, yeah, and again, we can't credit the person who came up with it.
Exactly.
You're out there, man.
I'll come up with a name and maybe we'll add it to the description because for some reason I didn't write it down.
Oh man, that was great. This episode was great, with the exception of the whole giggles thing. It was awesome.
The whole 1 hour and almost 7 minutes of giggles.
I'm so afraid to edit last week's podcast because I'm pretty sure it is going to be that. It's just going to be. Can you at least tell me if you've used profanity at all, Giggles, last week?
No, we were pretty good about that.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good, meaning there's a plethora of expletives.
Yeah, because I might just occasionally check to see if the conversations are in sync, and I'm just going to upload it and not even listen to it. Because I don't want him to have that satisfaction.
Yeah.
Normally I'd say thank you for being there, Giggles. But I wish Coffee were by himself instead. A lot more done.
You're welcome.
You know what? Don't even send me your audio tonight.
It would be so great if he realizes right now that he didn't record.
Oh, Lord. Either way. All right, Frozen, it's all you.
Hey, Giggles, go ahead. Close it out, man.
Oh no, I'll leave it up to you.
Well,
All right,
and
guys.
his decision is for you to do it.
I'll do it.
Wait. Okay, I want to do this hype thing again. Giggles, so we have to be his hype man, okay? So when he says things, all right, we got to just be his hype guys behind him. You cool with that?
Yep.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
listening to the Brainal podcast.
Brainal podcast.
This is episode 52.
52.
And, of course, you can always
How many
listen
weeks
to
are
our
here?
past catalog of podcasts on YouTube,
YouTube.
on Stitcher,
Stitcher.
on iTunes.
iTunes.
We got all the
We
answers.
all tunes for iTunes.
All right. So, also, please, if
So
you're out
please.
there and you want to reach us and ask us a question, you want to contribute to the game of the week,
Preguntas?
you want to tell us how much you hate Giggles, please
Oh, my God.
email
We will let you replace him.
podcast at brainal.net, and we will make sure that your contribution is on our next episode. On behalf of Brainal,
Brainal.
I'm Frozen GFX.
That was a GFX. Jeff Picado.
Mr. Giggles.
Hey. Polonius. Just felt like saying that.
Did you say Thelonious or
I said
Balonius?
Polonius.
Polonius, got it. Okay. All right, we'll do the sync countdown. Frozy, take 4 and 3, okay?
Yup.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You were not
4, 3.
2, 1. There was no guidance given for
Like
it.
double Dutch, man. I gotta get
I
in
should
when I
have counted
can.
down from like 100.
The best part was he's like, you count 4 and 3. Doesn't say anything to me, and then starts from 10. It was like,
No, the implication is you get 2 and 1. That's what it's
why
always
did,
been.
Why did you start at 10?
We should have just waited
Because
and had
I
him
wanted to give
open
everyone
up
a heads
with
up.
the-
You were ready. You're welcome. You had so much time to comment on it and then realize I had to factor in Chris time. It takes him 4 seconds to realize what the hell we're doing. You go through all the
Giggles time.
stages of grief in those 10 seconds, and then you finally accept it. You 2 and 1 at the end. Oh man. Let me get my notes up. Oh, it's gonna be a horrible episode. All right. Oh. Okay. All right. This is bad. This is bad.